Hey there, John Morris here with the Viral Marketing Laboratory, and in today's video I want to talk about what I consider to be the most important aspect of viral marketing, and that is what a lot of people call or refer to as either the viral hook or the viral agent. And so what the viral hook or the viral agent is it is that thing about your idea, your product, your service, your business that makes people want to take on the idea or the business in the form of maybe purchasing something, and also what gets them to spread that. So it's really what drives the viral process is the viral hook, because it gets people to take it on, and then it also gets people to spread that information. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. And we're going to be talking about how you can create a viral hook, not only that gets people to visit your site, to take on your ideas, to tell their friends about it, but is right for your market, which is the thing that a lot of people miss. If you've heard in the last year or two about some of the big corporations like Mazda and Sony trying viral marketing campaigns, and those campaigns flopping. And in my estimation, from what I've seen of those, it's because the campaigns that they implemented were not right for their market. And we'll talk about why a little bit later. And so there's danger there if you're trying to simply create a viral epidemic and you're not doing it correctly for your market, that it's going to either flop, or you're going to get a lot of people who aren't interested in what you're doing, and they're only there to play a video game or watch a funny cartoon, and they're not actually there to purchase products. And so in today's video we're going to talk about how to not only attract people, but attract people who want to buy your products, who are super targeted. So let's get into that. The first concept that I want to talk about is an idea that Mark Joyner, who, if you know who Mark Joyner is, you know that he is one of the kings of viral marketing, so to speak. He's one of the very first people to even start thinking about that idea and using those techniques, and it's one of the things he's best known for. So he's really good at viral marketing. And a concept that he said took him several years to figure out, that is at the core of viral marketing, is what he calls buzzworthiness. And it's probably not a word you're going to find in your dictionary, but what that word means simply is that you have an idea, you have a product, you have a service that is worthy of generating a buzz, or worthy of being talked about, right? And so it's creating this an idea or a product or a service that when people access it and they use it, they naturally feel compelled to tell others about it. So if you look at examples of this, you can look at some very clear examples like MySpace, right? When you go into MySpace and you use MySpace, it's so, especially when it first came out, there was nothing like it, that it was so overwhelming in how valuable this site was, and how neat it was to use, that it was worthy of being talked about, right? Everybody who joined wanted to tell all their friends to come and join and be a part of it. And so it overwhelmed people and was worthy of being talked about. Seth Godin talked about it another way, and he uses the word remarkable. And the definition, if you'll notice that he uses, is very similar in that definition is worthy of being remarked about, or making a remark about something. So worthy of being talked about. So when you're thinking about creating a viral marketing campaign, right, a lot of people think about games that can attract people and all these different things, but it doesn't have to be like a game. It doesn't have to be some sort of funny cartoon or video, or have lots and lots of mystery, right? It doesn't have to be those things. Those have simply been the techniques marketers have used up to this point. Really, all it needs to be is something that is worthy of being talked about. And So this is when we get into how you can make this fit for your market, right? So if you're in, say, some sort of spiritual market, right, where you have people who are very spiritual people, and you sell information on how to deepen spirituality, right? So creating a game for this kind of market probably isn't going to work very well. And if you're in this kind of market, you've probably thought about viral marketing, and you've seen what people have done and been like, well, I can't really make that work for my market, right? Creating some kind of funny cartoon, probably isn't going to work for your market. There may be some creative way that you can come up with, but it's a real stretch, right? So how do you create a viral marketing campaign, or how do you create something that is worthy of being talked about? And that's when we get into the idea of value, right? Business, on a very fundamental level, is a process of value exchange. So you have something of value to offer your market, and they have something of value to offer you. So you enter the marketplace, you put out there and promote what you have of value to offer. And if they want that, then they exchange with you, normally money, for the value that you have to offer, right? And so that's the business process, and that's what you're doing in your market. Well, one way that you can create buzzworthiness about your products and your business is to over-deliver on the value that you give others. And the analogy that I like to use is, imagine that you were standing in front of a money vending machine. I know that sounds a little far-fetched, but just roll with me for a second here. So you're standing in front of a money vending machine, and for every dollar that you put into this vending machine, it kicks $10 back out at you. So you're getting a 10-to-1 exchange rate, right? So how many times would you put $1 into that machine, right? If you're like me, you'd be stuffing dollars in there as fast as you can, because you're getting $10 back every time, right? Now, so the first stage of taking on the idea, right, by over-delivering on value. So if someone buys a product for you, again, we go back to the business process and value exchange. If someone buys a product from you and they give you $10, and in return they feel like, and it's important, they feel like they received $100 in value, right? That they're going to feel like they're standing in front of a money vending machine, right? Because they gave you $10 and they got $100 back. And so to them, their exchange rate was 10-to-1. And so them taking on your idea, them taking on your products and your future products especially, right? They're going to be a lot more open-minded to that, because they believe, they feel that they're going to get more value from you than what they put in. Okay? So this is the idea of the money vending machine. Now, imagine if you're standing in front of that same vending machine and you had sat there and put in dollars and dollars and dollars, and you got to the point, I know it sounds crazy, but you got to the point where you felt like you had enough money, right? You had enough money at least to last you for the next week. Now, how hard would it be for you to not tell someone else about this vending machine? Now, at first, right, you're going to be worried about, okay, maybe it'll run out of money, or I don't want to tell anybody else because I want all the money to myself. But eventually, right, if the vending machine just kept pushing out dollar after dollar after dollar, and you didn't have to worry about it running out, it'd be very difficult for you to not tell your spouse, your brothers or sisters, your parents, your family, your good friends, right? Eventually, you'd get to the point where you'd want to tell people about it, because especially the people that are close to you, that you care about most, because you'd want them to share in the joy of, getting $10 for every dollar that you put in, right? So this is the idea of spreading a virus, right, or viral spreading. So when you over-deliver something to your market, right, and your customers feel like they're getting more value than what they're paying for, it's going to be very, very difficult for them not to tell their friends, their family, people they know are interested in this type of stuff. It's going to be very, very difficult for them not to tell other people. And that's the point that you want to get to, and you do it by over-delivering on value.